All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to explore Flare.
Ooh, Flare.
It's this blockchain project, and it wants to, like, really shake things up.
Peak things up, huh?
In the crypto world, yeah.
Uh-huh.
We got a ton of sources.
Oh, really?
I mean, we got like a basic how to buy guide.
Oh, cool.
We got technical deep dives, price predictions.
That was interesting.
We even got some articles that are kind of skeptical.
Oh, some haters?
Maybe. So buckle up. We're going to, break it all down.
All right, I'm ready.
So what's really cool about Flare is it's not like trying to be just another blockchain.
Right.
It wants to be the blockchain for data.
The blockchain for data.
Yeah. Kind of like a universal translator.
I like that.
For all the different blockchains out there.
Makes sense.
Like imagine like Bitcoin and XRP.
Okay.
They can't run smart contracts right now,
No, they can't.
but they could suddenly tap into like Ethereum and all its power.
Oh.
That's what Flare's trying to do.
That's a big goal.
It is, right?
Yeah. Most blockchains today,
Yeah.
they're like little islands.
Islands, yeah.
Can't talk to each other, can't share information.
Right.
Flare wants to build a bridge using some cool tech.
Yeah, and that's where things get a little technical.
A little bit.
So let's break it down, for our listener.
All right.
One of the key things is the EVM,
EVM. Yeah.
the Ethereum virtual machine.
Oh, I know that one.
I know another acronym,
Always with the acronyms.
but this one is important
Okay, why?
because it lets Flare be compatible with Ethereum, with all of Ethereum's smart contracts and apps.
Oh, that's huge.
It is, right?
So it's like if Ethereum's like Windows,
So I like this analogy.
the EVM is like the language Windows programs are written in.
Makes sense.
So Flare can run those same programs without, starting from scratch.
Yeah.
It's pretty efficient.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Yeah. So developers who know Ethereum can easily build on Flare,
Totally.
which could really help it grow.
For sure. For sure.
Okay, so that's compatibility.
Yeah.
But Flare also needs reliable data, right? To give to these apps.
Oh, right.
And that's where the FTSO comes in.
FTSO.
Flare Time Series, Oracle.
Our acronym.
I know.
But okay, explain it like I'm 5.
Okay, so pretend you're building a decentralized app on Flare,
Okay, I'm building it.
and it needs to know the price of Bitcoin.
All right, I need that data.
How would the FTSO help you?
How indeed.
So imagine you have 100 friends,
Okay, I'm a popular.
and they're all like constantly checking the price of Bitcoin
Busy friends.
on different exchanges, right?
Okay,
So the FTSO, instead of trusting one source,
right.
asks all your friends for their Bitcoin price data.
Smart.
And then it uses math
Oh, no, not math.
to figure out the most reliable average price.
Oh, okay, I get it.
And it weeds out like any weird stuff.
Any manipulators?
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty clever.
All right, so it's like a decentralized
Yeah.
price checking network. Way more secure than
Then just one source.
one central source.
I'm following you.
Okay, but what about data that's not on a blockchain?
Oh, good point.
What if your app needs like
Yeah.
weather data or stock prices?
Real world stuff.
Yeah.
That's where the state connector comes in.
Oh, okay.
It's like a bridge between Flare and the outside world.
A bridge. Okay.
It can pull in data from other blockchains, APIs, websites, all sorts of things.
So you're saying Flare could connect
Potentially, yeah.
any blockchain to any data out there?
The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
Right.
It could completely change how we use data
It's a big deal.
in crypto and beyond, yeah.
Really. Okay, let's shift gears a bit.
All right, what's next?
Let's talk about FLR.
FLR, the token.
Yeah, the native token of Flare.
Gotcha.
Now, I know you're probably thinking,
Hit me with it.
how do I buy some of this FLR?
Yeah, how do I get in on this?
So we actually have a guide from securities.io
Okay,
that explains it pretty well.
cool.
They recommend a few different exchanges,
Like what?
but, based on your experience,
Yeah.
Kraken might be a good fit.
Kraken, I've heard of that one.
It's got like a lot of features and it's really secure.
Security is good.
So,
Before you go spending all your money, though,
oh yes, very important.
do your own research.
Always, always.
Understand the risks.
And don't invest more than you can afford to lose.
Words to live by.
All right, so you mentioned Flare wants to connect all kinds of blockchains.
It does, yeah.
What's the deal with FXRP then?
FXRP. Oh, that's interesting.
Is it a new cryptocurrency?
Well, not exactly.
What is it?
It's like a tokenized version of XRP that lives on Songbird. which is like Flare's testing ground.
Their test net.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
They try out stuff there.
Makes sense.
Make sure everything works.
Before it goes live.
Right. Before the main event.
So like a dress rehearsal.
Perfect analogy.
Right.
And they've had some cool security stuff for FXRP.
Oh, really?
Like a handshake mechanism.
A handshake.
Yeah. Sounds kind of spy movie-ish, right?
A little bit.
But it's all about verifying the wallet addresses.
Can you explain that a bit more?
Okay, so imagine
Yeah.
we're sending each other a secret message.
Okay, we're spies.
Right. And to make sure it's really us talking.
Yeah.
Not some imposter.
Right.
We might have a secret handshake.
Oh, got it.
That's kind of what FXRP does.
So it's like an extra layer of security.
Exactly.
It makes sense.
Pretty cool, right?
So if things go well with FXRP on Songbird,
yeah.
we could see it on the main Flare network.
That's the plan.
Along with other tokens, maybe?
Potentially, yeah. It opens the door for like a whole new level of interoperability.
Interoperability, yeah.
You know, different blockchains talking to each other.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. Why is this decentralized data thing so important?
That's a good question.
You know, I was reading an interview.
With who?
With Hugo Filion, Flare's co-founder.
Oh, interesting.
And Decrypt.
Okay.
And he made this like really interesting point.
What was it?
About centralized oracles.
Ah, yeah, those can be tricky.
He said most blockchains today rely on them.
And that's a problem.
Yeah, because it creates like a single point of failure.
Right. If that one oracle goes down.
Or gets hacked or manipulated.
Everything's messed up.
Yeah. Scary thought.
It is. It is.
It's like building a house on sand.
Not a good foundation.
No. So how does Flare fix this?
Well, Flare's got a different approach. Instead of a few central entities, they use a network of, get this, 100 data providers.
100.
100.
Wow.
And each provider, they stake FLR tokens.
Oh, so they have skin in the game.
Exactly.
To make sure they're giving good data.
They're incentivized, to be honest.
That's smart.
It's a pretty clever system.
Yeah, so it's like 100 sets of eyes watching the data.
Makes it a lot harder to cheat.
Exactly.
And that's what makes Flare so unique.
And potentially groundbreaking.
It's all about building a more secure and transparent foundation.
For the future of blockchain.
Future, yeah.
This is all like super exciting.
You know, right.
But as with anything new.
Always. But
there are risks.
Of course.
And challenges.
What could go wrong?
So let's talk about those next.
Let's do it.
What are some of the hurdles Flare might face?
Let's see.
On its way to, like, you know, revolutionizing the crypto world.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay.
All right. Well, the crypto space, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Wild West.
The Wild West, huh?
Full of opportunities.
Yeah.
But also, like, a lot of risks.
Right.
And one of the biggest challenges for Flare, I think, is competition. There are so many new blockchain projects popping up all the time.
Like every day.
Yeah, every day.
It feels like
they all want attention.
An investment.
Exactly.
It's like a race to the top.
Only the strong survive.
Right.
But Flare, I think it's got something special.
It does, yeah.
That focus on data.
Decentralized data.
And connecting all those blockchains.
That's a big differentiator.
I think so.
Yeah.
But then there's also regulation.
Oh, yeah.
Always looming in the background.
It's true.
Governments are, like, still figuring out this whole crypto thing.
They don't know what to do with it.
Exactly.
And who knows what they'll decide.
Right. Any changes could, like, totally impact Flare.
It's like trying to build a house.
Okay.
While the building codes keep changing.
Oof. That's a nightmare.
Right. Makes things way more complicated.
For sure.
And then, of course...
What else?
There are always technical challenges.
Of course.
I mean, building this... centralized, secure data thing.
It's a big job.
It's huge.
There are going to be bugs.
Oh, yeah.
Hiccups, roadblocks.
It's inevitable.
It comes with the territory.
Speaking of roadblocks...
Oh, you mean?
The price predictions.
Ah, yes, the crystal ball.
We've seen some sources, like predicting modest growth for FLR.
Modest.
Oh, others are, like, super bullish.
Oh, really?
They think it's going to blow past its old all-time high.
That's a big swing.
It is, right? It's a huge range.
It is, and you got to remember,
right?
Price predictions are just guesses.
They are.
Educated guesses, maybe?
Okay.
But still guesses.
So many things could change.
Oh, yeah, the market.
Adoption rates.
The tech itself could change.
Right, exactly.
Crypto moves fast.
It does.
Got to be prepared for anything.
But some analysts are saying, if Bitcoin hits $200,000,
$200,000 Gitcoin.
Yeah.
That's a big if.
It is. But if it happens, they think it could like trigger a massive bull run.
A bull run for everything.
Across the whole crypto market.
Interesting.
Do you think that would like help Flare?
Maybe. It's possible.
Okay.
Bitcoin's kind of like the king, right?
Yeah.
If the king does well, everyone else tends to benefit.
It's true.
But Flare,
yeah,
it can't just ride Bitcoin's coattails.
It needs to have its own thing going on.
Exactly.
It needs to offer real value.
Utility, they call it.
Right.
People need a reason to use it.
So let's say someone's listening.
Okay.
And they're convinced.
They're ready to buy.
They're like, all right, I want to invest in FLR.
I'm listening.
What would you tell them?
Well, there are a few different ways to approach it.
Okay.
Some people, they like to hold long-term.
Sure.
Just ride out those ups and downs.
The volatility. Just hold on for dear life.
Diamond hands, they call it.
Diamond hands, right.
But other people, they like to be more active. Try to time the market.
Buy low, sell high.
That's the dream.
Right.
But it's risky.
It's very risky.
So it really depends.
On the person.
On your risk tolerance.
How much you're willing to lose.
And what your goals are.
Right. Some people want to get rich quick.
Some people are more patient.
Exactly.
But no matter what your approach,
yeah,
diversification is key.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That's the golden rule of investing.
It is.
Spread your risk.
Across different assets.
Crypto, stocks, bonds.
Real estate.
Whatever you're into.
Exactly. Good advice for anything, really.
It is. It is.
But for Flare specifically, what are some things people should
think about?
Consider before investing?
Okay, first of all, understand the technology.
Yeah.
What problems is it solving?
Yeah.
How does it actually work?
Right.
What are its strengths and weaknesses?
Do your own research.
Absolutely.
Don't just blindly follow what people say on Twitter.
So many scams out there.
It's true.
Think for yourself.
Make an informed decision.
That's the best way to invest.
Okay, so understand the tech.
Yeah, and also the team behind it.
Oh,
Who are these people?
Right.
What have they done before?
Do they have experience?
Exactly.
Do they have a vision?
A good team can make or break a project.
That's a good point.
I also really like how Flare emphasizes community.
Oh, yeah, they're big on that.
They seem to really care about building an open and inclusive ecosystem.
Where everyone can participate.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
It is.
And a strong community.
Yeah.
That can really help a cryptocurrency succeed.
For sure.
Drive adoption.
Generate excitement.
Help them overcome challenges.
Look at Bitcoin.
Or Ethereum.
Those communities are massive.
And they're super passionate.
They've been a huge part of their success.
It's true. It's true.
And Flare's not just talking.
They're actually putting their money where their mouth is.
With their grants program.
Right. Supporting developers.
Yeah. Building cool stuff on Flare.
So it's like a win-win for everyone.
That's the idea.
And they're also doing a lot of partnerships.
Partnerships are huge.
They are.
Like the one with Safe.
Yeah.
Exploring multi-asset liquid staking.
Okay. Can you explain that?
Yes.
What is that?
Imagine you have some crypto.
Okay, I have some...
You want to stake it.
To earn rewards.
Exactly. But usually staking locks up your crypto.
It's illiquid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with this multi-asset thing, you can stake it.
Okay.
And still use it in other DeFi protocols.
So it's like having your cake and eating it too.
Perfect analogy.
Okay, that makes sense.
So Flare's making staking more flexible.
And rewarding.
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
And this is just one example.
Of how they're building out their ecosystem.
Attracting new users.
Attracting developers.
It's all connected.
Yeah, it is.
But I think we should, dive a little deeper.
Into the tech.
Into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, we've talked about the EVM.
The FTSO.
The state connector.
Lots of acronyms.
I know, right?
Let's break them down a bit more.
Okay, so the EVM, the Ethereum Virtual Machine.
Right.
Why is this so important for Flare?
Well, we said before, it's like the engine of Ethereum.
It runs the apps.
Exactly. Okay. So by using the EVM, Flare can use all those existing Ethereum smart contracts.
But on dApps.
All that good stuff.
So developers can basically just copy and paste their Ethereum projects over to Flare.
Pretty much, yeah.
With minimal modifications.
It makes it super easy.
That's huge, right?
It is. It's like speaking the same language as the biggest developer community out there.
It's a huge advantage.
It is, for sure.
Okay, so that's the EVM.
Check.
Now, the FTSO.
The Flare time series, Oracle.
Can you remind us what that does?
Sure.
Why is it so important?
The FTSO is all about providing data.
To smart contracts?
Right.
But in a decentralized way.
That's the key.
So it's like a network of trusted oracles.
Feeding info to the blockchain.
Constantly.
Right, yeah.
And this is much more secure than
the old way.
Those centralized oracles.
A single point of failure.
Right. They can be manipulated.
Or hacked.
Exactly.
The FTSO is like a security blanket for data.
It makes sure that data is trustworthy.
And tamper-proof.
That's essential.
It is.
Okay, and then there's the state connector.
The bridge to the outside world.
Right, pulling in data.
From the internet?
Everything.
This opens up so many possibilities for dApps.
It's like, imagine an app that can track a commodity's price.
Okay, I'm tracking it.
On one blockchain.
Got it.
Verify its origin on another.
Okay, that's important.
And then execute a smart contract based on, like, real-time weather data.
Real world data.
From an external API.
Wow, that's powerful.
The state connector makes it all possible.
It's like starting to sound like the internet of value.
That's the goal, right? Connecting everything.
A data-driven world.
Yeah.
Flare's building the infrastructure for it.
It's an ambitious vision.
It is.
But we can't forget all of this technology.
Yeah.
All of this innovation.
The EVM, the FTSO, the state connector.
It all comes down to...
What?
Adoption.
Adoption.
Getting people to use Flare.
That's the million-dollar question.
It is, right.
Will they come?
So in our final segment,
the grand finale,
we're going to explore that.
The factors that could drive adoption.
And the challenges Flare might face.
The road ahead.
Stay tuned.
It's going to be interesting.
All right, so we're back and...
back for more Flare.
Yeah, back for more Flare.
Right.
And the big question is...
The big one.
Will people actually use it?
Will they come?
Yeah, will Flare get the users?
The users, yeah.
To really make a difference.
To change the game.
Yeah. It's like we've got this amazing, like, feast of technology.
A buffet of blockchain.
But will anyone show up to eat?
That's the question, right?
It is.
You can have the best tech in the world, but if nobody uses it...
It's pointless.
It's like a tree falling in the forest.
Doesn't make a sound.
Exactly. So Flare needs to be...
easy to use.
User-friendly, yeah.
Even for people who
aren't, like blockchain wizards.
Right, like the average person...
Your grandma should be able to use it.
Exactly. The tech needs to fade into the background.
Invisible, almost.
So people can just...
do what they want to do.
Manage their money.
Buy stuff.
Connect with others.
Seamlessly.
Right, without having to think about the blockchain part.
Exactly. Make it simple.
But it's not enough to just be easy to use.
True.
It also needs to...
solve problems.
Solve real problems, yeah.
People need a reason to use it.
They do?
Think about the internet back in the day.
Okay, the early internet.
It wasn't enough to just, like, connect computers.
Right.
People needed a reason to go online.
So what was the reason?
Well, then came email.
Oh, email.
Websites, online shopping.
That's when it took off.
Suddenly the internet was...
essential.
Exactly. Flare needs its own killer app.
It's killer app.
Yeah, something that shows its value.
To everyone.
Something that makes people go...
you need this.
Exactly.
And those use cases we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Connecting blockchain.
Accessing data.
Secure transactions.
That could be it, right?
That could be the killer app.
If Flare can deliver on that,
it
could be huge.
For all sorts of industries.
Finance, supply chains.
Even social media.
The potential is there.
And partnerships are key too, right?
Partnerships are huge.
They are.
Flare can't do it alone.
Right. It needs to work with...
other projects.
Companies, governments.
So ecosystem.
And they're already doing that, right?
They are, yeah.
We talked about safe...
multi-asset staking.
Elmera.
Building new use cases.
It's all happening.
It is.
And those grants for developers.
Yeah, those are smart.
It's like fueling the fire.
Exactly. Encouraging innovation.
Building a community.
A thriving ecosystem.
Yeah, where everyone benefits.
That's the goal.
Okay, but there's also the challenge of...
of what?
Education.
Oh, right.
Blockchain is still...
it's complicated.
It is. It's confusing.
For most people.
Most people don't get it.
They don't understand.
how it works.
Or why it matters. It's like trying to explain the internet back in, like, the 90s.
What's a website?
You can send email. How?
It took time for people to catch up.
It did.
So Flare needs to educate people.
Explain it in a way.
That makes sense.
That's clear and simple.
Relatable.
Show people how it can make their lives better.
Okay, so let's say Flare
Yeah.
overcomes all these challenges.
They figure it all out.
What should we look for?
To see if they're succeeding.
Yeah. What are the signs of
adoption?
Of progress, yeah.
Okay, well, one obvious thing.
Yeah.
Is the number of users.
The users, yeah.
Active addresses on the network.
If those numbers are going up.
That's a good sign.
It means people are finding value.
They're using Flare.
It's like measuring foot traffic in a store.
If people are coming in.
It means they like what they see.
Exactly. Another thing to watch.
What's that?
Is the number of dApps.
Decentralized applications.
Are developers building on Flare?
Are they excited about it?
Are they creating cool stuff?
And are people using those apps?
Yeah, it's the key.
Are they generating revenue?
Are they building businesses?
That's a sign of a healthy ecosystem.
A thriving ecosystem, yeah.
We should also look at developer activity.
Oh, yeah. That's
Is the Flare code being updated?
Are there new tools?
New libraries?
A strong developer community
is essential.
It shows that the project is alive.
It's growing, yeah.
And, of course, those partnerships.
Yeah, the partnerships.
Are they leading to real-world stuff?
Are businesses using Flare?
That's the ultimate test.
It's like building a bridge.
Okay, I like this analogy.
You can't just build one side.
Right.
You got to connect it to something.
On the other side.
For it to be useful.
Exactly.
So we have a lot to watch for.
Oh, yeah.
In the coming months and years.
This is just the beginning.
It is. It's going to be fascinating.
I'm excited to see what happens.
Me too. Me too.
Flare is a bold project.
It is.
With a lot of potential.
You could really change things.
If it can deliver.
If you can get those users.
New users, yeah.
All right. Well, folks.
That's all the time we have.
That's a wrap on our deep dive into Flare.
Flare, the blockchain for data.
We covered a lot today.
From the tech.
To the vision.
A world powered by decentralized data.
But this is just the start.
The conversation continues.
We encourage you to keep learning.
Keep exploring.
Do your own research.
Form your own conclusions.
The world of blockchain is constantly changing.
It's a wild ride.
Stay informed. Stay engaged.
And stay curious.
Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
And until next time, keep on diving.
Keep on diving.